Alright, so let's get into the ultimate gaming experience that's all about teamwork, communication, and a whole lot of fun. In today's video, I am counting down 10 great games you will love to play with friends. Whether you're solving intricate puzzles, battling through zombie apocalypses, or embarking on epic adventures, these games offer the best co-op experiences you can find. I've personally played each of these with friends, and trust me, they're an absolute blast. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Kicking off our list is A Way Out, a game that redefines what it means to play cooperatively. You and a friend step into the shoes of Vincent and Leo, two inmates with a shared goal, breaking out of prison and seeking revenge. The entire game is a split-screen co-op experience even if you're playing online, which means you can see what your partner is doing at all times. This unique design fosters intense collaboration, as you'll need to coordinate your actions, whether it's distracting guards solving puzzles or escaping high-stakes situations. Playing A Way Out was one of the most memorable gaming experiences I've had with a friend. We had to communicate constantly, especially during those tense moments where timing was everything. The story is gripping, and the way it encourages you to bond with your partner is something you don't see in many games. It's more than just a game, it's a shared journey that you won't forget easily. Next up we have It Takes Two, a brilliant and whimsical co-op adventure from the creators of A Way Out. This game tells the story of Cody and May, a couple on the brink of divorce who are magically transformed into dolls. As they navigate through various imaginative worlds, each level presents unique challenges that require both players to work together closely. From platforming to puzzle solving and even some genre-bending minigames, It Takes Two is full of surprises and creativity at every turn. I played It Takes Two with a friend, and it's hands down one of the most fun co-op games out there. Every level felt like a fresh new experience with clever mechanics that kept us both engaged. The game's humor and heartwarming story made it even more enjoyable. There were plenty of moments where we had to rely on each other's skills, and the satisfaction of overcoming challenges together made it incredibly rewarding. If you're in the mood for some chaotic zombie-slaying action, Dead Island 2 is the game for you. Set in a sun-soaked yet deadly version of Los Angeles, this game lets you and your friends team up to survive the zombie apocalypse. The open-world design gives you the freedom to explore and tackle missions as you see fit, while the wide array of customizable weapons ensures that no two encounters are ever the same. The game's over-the-top combat and dark humor make it a blast to play with friends, especially when you're taking down hordes of the undead in creative ways. I remember jumping into Dead Island 2 with a couple of buddies, and we couldn't stop laughing at the ridiculous ways we could take out zombies. Whether it was using electrified machetes or explosive hammers, the game's weapon crafting system kept things interesting. The co-op mode really shines here, as coordinating with friends to tackle tougher enemies, or just goofing around in the open world made for some unforgettable gaming sessions. For those who enjoy a good challenge, Remnant 2 offers a unique blend of third-person shooting and roguelike elements. This game throws you and your friends into a procedurally generated world filled with tough enemies and even tougher bosses. Each player can choose from different classes, each with their own abilities, allowing for varied playstyles and strategies. The game's dynamic difficulty means that the experience is always fresh, with new challenges waiting around every corner. It's a game that demands cooperation and skill, making every victory feel hard-earned. Playing Remnant 2 with friends was a test of our teamwork and patience. The bosses were brutal, and we had to really think about our strategies and loadouts before jumping into a fight. The thrill of finally taking down a tough enemy after multiple attempts was unmatched. Plus, the randomly generated levels kept us on our toes, ensuring that we never got too comfortable. It's definitely a game that brings out the best and sometimes the worst in your co-op partners. Next on our list is Far Cry 6, an open-world adventure set in the politically charged island nation of Yara. As Danny Rojas, you can fight alongside a friend to liberate the island from the grip of a tyrannical dictator. The game's co-op mode allows you to tackle the main story side missions and chaotic open-world activities together. With a vast arsenal of weapons and vehicles at your disposal, you and your friend can approach each mission in a variety of ways, whether it's going in guns blazing or using stealth to take down enemies. Teaming up in Far Cry 6 with a friend was pure mayhem in the best way possible. We'd plan out how to take down enemy outposts, only for things to go sideways, leading to some hilarious and chaotic moments. The game's world is so rich and full of opportunities for co-op shenanigans that we often found ourselves getting sidetracked by random events or just exploring. It's a game that offers both structured and spontaneous fun, making it a great co-op experience. If you're looking for a game that will challenge your brain and test your teamwork, Portal 2 is the perfect choice. In the game's co-op mode, you and a friend take on the roles of two robots, Atlas and Peabody, who must navigate through a series of increasingly complex test chambers. The puzzles are designed to require both players to work together, often requiring precise timing and coordination to solve. The game's witty writing and dark humor combined with its mind-bending puzzles make Portal 2 a co-op experience like no other. I played Portal 2 with a friend, and it was one of the most satisfying co-op experiences I've had. The puzzles were challenging but never frustrating, and we had to communicate constantly to figure out the solutions. There were plenty of aha moments where we both just sat back and marveled at the game's clever design. It's one of those games that really brings out the best in teamwork, and it's incredibly rewarding to complete a particularly tricky puzzle together. Stepping into the world of classic FPS games, Half-Life Decay offers a nostalgic co-op experience that fans of the series will love. Originally a PS2 exclusive expansion for Half-Life, this game lets you and a friend play as two scientists during the Black Mesa incident. The game retains the iconic gameplay and atmosphere of the original Half-Life, but with a focus on teamwork. You'll need to work together to solve puzzles, fight off alien threats, and survive the chaos of Black Mesa. Playing Half-Life Decay was a trip down memory lane. As a huge fan of the original Half-Life, it was great to experience the events from a different perspective, and the co-op gameplay added a new layer of fun. My friend and I had to stay in sync, especially during some of the more intense firefights. It's a bit of an old-school experience, but that's part of its charm. If you're a fan of classic FPS games, this is one you should definitely try with a friend. For fans of intense action and gripping storytelling, Gears of War 2 is a co-op experience that delivers on all fronts. The game lets you and a friend play as Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago, two soldiers fighting against the relentless Locust Horde. The campaign is designed with co-op in mind, featuring plenty of moments where you'll need to work together to survive overwhelming odds. With its visceral combat, epic set pieces, and emotional story, Gears of War 2 is a co-op game that hits all the right notes. Gears of War 2 was one of the first games I played cooperatively, and it set the bar high. The combat was intense, and my friend and I had to constantly cover each other's backs. The story was also surprisingly emotional, and it was great to experience it with someone else. We both got really into it, strategizing our every move during the big battles. It's a game that balances action and story perfectly, making it a standout co-op experience. If fast-paced zombie-slaying action is what you're after, Left 4 Dead 2 is an absolute classic. This game throws you and up to 3 friends into various scenarios where you must survive waves of zombies. Each campaign offers different challenges, and the AI director ensures that no 2 playthroughs are the same. The game's focus on teamwork is key, as you'll need to stick together, share resources, and watch each other's backs to make it out alive. It's a game that's easy to pick up but hard to put down, especially when playing with friends. I've spent countless hours playing Left 4 Dead 2 with friends, and it never gets old. The thrill of facing a sudden horde of zombies or a surprise attack from a special infected always keeps you on your toes. Communication is key, and we quickly learned that going off on your own is a recipe for disaster. The game is intense, but it's also a lot of fun, especially when you're coordinating with friends to survive. It's one of those games that's perfect for a quick session or an all-night marathon. Wrapping up our list is Evil West, a game that mixes intense action with a unique supernatural take on the Wild West. You and a friend can team up as vampire hunters tasked with eliminating a terrifying vampire threat that has overtaken the frontier. The game's third-person combat is fast, brutal, and immensely satisfying, with a mix of ranged and melee attacks that let you take down enemies in a variety of gruesome ways. The co-op mode allows you and your partner to chain together devastating combos, making teamwork essential for survival. Playing Evil West with a friend was a blast. The game's setting is dark and atmospheric, and the combat is so visceral and satisfying. We had a great time experimenting with different weapons and abilities, figuring out how to best complement each other's playstyles. The enemy designs are nightmarish, which kept us on edge the whole time. It's a game that doesn't hold back on the action, and having a buddy along for the ride makes it even more thrilling. It's one of those games that's perfect for anyone who loves a good co-op experience with a ton of action and a great atmosphere. So those were 10 great games you'll love playing with friends. If you've played any of these games or have other favorites that you think should have made the list, let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.